What's up, Van Fam? Ben Price here with Vamanos Vans at Vamanos Vans, where we build custom camper vans for real estate investors. Not sure what a real estate investor is? Same thing as a real estate investor. We're taking a piece of property and making money off of it. If you've been following our videos, then you probably know a little bit about our process and how we do that. If you don't, but you're interested, stay tuned to the end of the video and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Just for this week's video, I don't have any updates for you on Project Blueberry right here. Hannah and I, for the last week, have really just been kind of getting everything ready. We've been ordering materials, putting a plan together. I've been, designing some things in the background. So next video, we will have updates and we're starting construction, getting very exciting. Today, I have a tour video. Now this is of a build that we did in the past, Sylvia. This is the first high roof build that I ever did, the first one I could stand up in. I did have to go through a little bit of extra work to get it there. And again, we'll talk about that after the tour. But yeah, great build, fun build, beautiful build. And we used that as a real estate investment. Rented it out to other people for a while, made a lot of money back, then sold it for $54,000. So that was an early win for Vamanos Vans. And unfortunately, I did sell it before we started doing YouTube again, so I didn't get a chance to film a proper tour video, like I'm showing you guys around. What I do have is a video tour, but it was, I filmed it for the potential buyers. Someone said that they were interested in buying it. I would send them that video so they could get a chance to walk around before actually making the drive, and no one had to give up any time. So I'm gonna play that for you guys here now, and then we'll cover anything that I would have in a tour for you that I didn't in that video. So with that, let's roll the clip. All right, here is Sylvia in all of her glory. Give you a quick walk around. This is a 2007 Ford E150. It came with a medium-sized fiberglass shell. We extended it, so now there's 6'7" standing room inside. You can kind of see there's a 200-watt solar panel up top and a fan, max air fan. I'll come around and show you the back real quick. You can see the back, you can see the max fan sticking up there. Take you inside. All right, and coming inside, quick look around, and then I'll point everything out. So coming in, one of our benches right here, we've got all of our electrical in here. So you've got a solar charge controller, and you can cycle through this thing and it'll tell you a whole bunch of stuff about the system. If you're interested, this is how you can diagnose any issues that are going on. DC to DC charge controller, so you can use the alternator to charge the batteries. Batteries are in here, 200 amp hours of lithium. Fuses and inverter. We've got a really small inverter, just so that people aren't using a ton of juice, mainly just for charging cameras and laptops and stuff like that, cell phones, whatever. Sorry, just getting that folded back down. You also saw there's storage right here. We've got pillows in here at the moment, pillows and linens right there. Get this tucked back in. There we go. Same thing on this side. Got some more storage. Right now we just have 2 camping chairs in there. There is a rear AC unit, and we do have it ducted so that you can blow it out if you really want AC in the back while the car is running. Although we've never used it. I actually have the fuse pulled out right now, so it doesn't even work. We've got 2 reading lights right here. And those actually have USB ports underneath so you can charge your phones while you're sleeping. Moving on over. We've got our kitchen, sink and soap dispenser. We've got some more lighting underneath all of the channels right here. And those are actually dimmable with this knob right here. We've also got the water pump. And this is the on-off switch for the inverter. You've got outlets and USBs right here as well. These two outlets run off of the inverter. So that switch that I just showed you, these USBs are always on, whether the inverter is on or not. Forgot to show you the piece de resistance, the electric table. There's also a leaf, sorry, for this space, the table's cut out that way so you can scoot in. You actually have room to get in. But you can kind of see, maybe not, this leaf right here. There we go. That leaf fits in this space and fills it in for the bed. But when you are ready to use it as a table, this remote right here, press up, and slowly but surely the whole table rises up. Oh, I guess we're out of power today. Forgot to park in the sun last night. Hold on one second. All right, we're back. So I did park in the shade last night. I did not have full batteries, so we just ran out of juice, but that's not a normal thing that happens. So I did just turn the van back on, and we got the alternator charging the batteries now. So we're good to go. So if I come back up here, press the up button, you can see the table starts coming up. It does take a minute, but it's a really nice feature. Not to have to do any work. I'll tell you, I've used a number of the adjustable table legs, and they're all a hassle. There's some that are better than others, but this is definitely one of the better ones. There you go, and then you've got a table. So moving on, in here, you heard it beep earlier, I'm sure. This is a propane leak detector. That was just beeping because the power was coming back on. I'll let you know that it's working. In here we've got fresh water and gray water. Fresh water, gray water, very simple system, very easy to pull them out to clean them and refill them. That outlet runs to the stove right here. The igniters run off of the outlet. So we got that plugged in there. Water pump, water, lines, pretty simple. Propane goes right here. We use those little 1-pounders because they're nice and easy to find, easy to refill. You can get them anywhere. Got some storage right there. More storage right here. This is where we put all of our cooking, cleaning. There we go, that's the propane leak detector again because everything just turned back on. Close all that up. And then we've got a huge freezer. You can actually fit ice cream and real food in, not like most of the 12-volt freezers that you see. And then a nice big fridge. And that's mostly everything. Last but not least, we've got some more storage up here. We've got our custom headliner from where we did the roof extension. That guy comes up. And then you've got a ton of storage in here. It's kind of hard to tell because it's really dark, but it's actually really big in here. It can fit quite a lot. I think we've slammed like 5 backpacks in there, 4 or 5 backpacks, something like that. And then just the regular vehicle part. got Bluetooth radio, AC, front and rear. Like I said, I did pull the fuse on the rear right now, but you can make it work. Just put another fuse in it. And you can see the mileage, currently 44,000. Just runs like a champ. We've got cruise control, which is nice. Oh, I think, yeah, we didn't really talk about the fan. But we've got the fan. There's a remote for it as well, so you can blow air in or out. It's an electronic lift, so you don't have to manually crank it. That crank is just if the power goes down and you want to close it. The fan also has a rain sensor, so if it starts raining while the fan's running, it knows, it will figure it out, and it'll shut itself down, so your van doesn't get wet. And that's Sylvia. Let me know if you have any questions. So that's the tour. Apologize, did not put a lot of effort into that video, and it was probably really early in the morning on a weekend, so I just, like, my head was in a fog. You could hear I was clearing my throat like every 30 seconds. Obviously, yeah, never really intended for that to be here on YouTube, but I did want to share that van with you. It was the second one I built, certainly not the best one by far. The only other thing I think that I didn't really talk about in that video was the way that we did the extension on the high top. Fun, interesting experiment. I don't think I'd really do it again if given the choice. It was just very labor intensive. It took a long time. That compared to what Fiberine just did for us, I think 2 weeks ago, there's just no point in me or my team putting our labor into that when these guys have clearly perfected it and can just do it much more efficient than we can. But that being said, I did want to give it a shot on my own because we had a high top on that when we bought it, but it wasn't tall enough for me to stand up in, so I went to work. We cut, just like we did on Blueberry here, cut a hole in the pre-existing high top, we'll call it a mid top, then had some welders around the corner from my house weld up an extension for the steel frame that was already inside. That gave me the 6'7" standing room. And then what we did from there was put plywood on the outside of that steel frame on 3 sides. We took the fiberglass top that I cut out originally that went on top of the steel frame. And then for the front, this was a trick that I actually took from watching Pimp My Ride and West Coast Customs back in the day. Watching them make subwoofer enclosures, and what they do to get custom shapes would be to, kind of build the structure out of wood or MDF and then take fleece and stretch it over the whole thing to get them, perfect complex curves. And then saturate the whole thing in resin, and when the resin kicks off and cures, then you've got a nice hard structure with these otherwise, mostly impossible shapes to replicate, at least with any kind of speed and accuracy. Once that's done, you lay fiberglass over the top of that for extra strength, more resin, lots of sanding, lots of filler. It's a mess, and that's part of the reason why I just don't want to do this anymore. And then after all that was done, I had to take that to a body shop where they could finish sanding everything, finish filling, and then paint it. And that whole process was probably something like a month, whereas Fiberine had their top built in a few days and installed in less than a full 8-hour workday. So yeah, not any real reason for me to do that ever again. But like I said, it was worth it for the experience. Now I know for sure it's not worth it for me to do that. And I don't have to wonder if I'm wasting money working with Fiberine. And I know for a fact I am not. Worth every penny, and yeah, you saw last week's video, just had an awesome experience with them. So no more needs to be said about that. At this point, I think the only thing left to say is to talk about the real estate investor program that I was talking about at the beginning. I know if you've been following our videos, this is not going to be new to you, but if you are new to the channel and to our videos, I'll break it down. We're trying to solve a problem, right? That is, camper vans cost a lot of money. Most people want to get into this, but they don't have that amount of kind of cash lying around. Even if you do have that much cash around, that is a lot of cash to put down on what could otherwise be put into investments to make more money. So enter the real estate investor, right? I mentioned this before. Real estate investor is just like a real estate investor, where they're taking a piece of property and then making money off of it, right? So the way that we are doing that here at Vamanos Vans, should I say helping you do that, is we build the camper vans, right? We're gonna build you a custom camper van. You get to spec it out, all the different decisions. It's gonna be exactly what you want. But then that's not it. That's not the only thing that you get. You're gonna get 2 more assets after that, and those are gonna be the ones that help you actually make money off of this. And those are the things that no one else is offering. We're literally the only company that's offering that. The 2 extra assets that you're gonna get when you work with Vamanos Vans are a pre-built rental listing. So we're gonna take the photos, we're gonna write the description, we'll get user manuals and all that kind of stuff ready to go so that the day you pick up your camper van, it's ready to go, it's already listed. You can literally turn around and hand someone the keys and they can take it away that night. That is gonna scare the crap out of a lot of you, I know, but that's where the 3rd asset comes in, which is our masterclass. Between the last 4 years I've been doing this for myself, and then all of my friends and colleagues that I've met along the way, we've seen it all, we've been there, we've done that. Learn from our lessons. Take the masterclass. That way, any scenario that you could possibly end up in, there's a playbook already ready for you so that you don't have to, stay awake worried at night saying, what happens if someone does this to my van, or what happens if blah, 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 right? Doesn't matter. We've got the answers for you. So if that sounds good to you, but you want to learn a little bit more, you can go ahead and click on this playlist up here. We're going to have a bunch of videos from the prototype and whatnot, all the courses and all that moving forward. So you can go ahead and watch those. Or you can go ahead, click one of the links down in the description is going to be to our real estate investor page, where we're going to have all of the information. You can put down a deposit, you can sign up for the email list, you can watch more videos. It's all there, go ahead. And if you're just here for entertainment, that's cool too, but make sure to help us out. You go ahead, go down, leave us a comment, let me know what you thought of the video, let me know what you thought of Sylvia, what kind of videos you want to see from us in the future, questions about the real estate investor program. Share the video with a friend who might be interested in becoming a real estate investor. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, give us a thumbs up, follow us on Instagram at Vamanos Vans. And guys, once again, my name is Ben Price. We are Vamanos Vans. We build custom camper vans for real estate investors, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.